Hello everyone, this is MSP Knowledge Encyclopedia and now we are going to start Class 8, Chapter 2, Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. So it is a very important chapter, so you have to learn it as I say. So let's start. There are two other living organisms around us which we cannot see with eyes alone. These are called organisms, microorganisms or microbes. So as you know that microorganisms. So what do you mean by microorganisms? Let us see. Here is the word micro. Micro means very small, very small. And organisms. What do you mean by organisms? Organisms are nothing but living things. So the many very small living things are known as microorganisms, the living beings. So friend and foe. Foe means harmful and enemy, and friend means friend. So now let us understand that microorganisms are friend or foe. Now microorganisms are can be seen with the help of the microscope. You have to write it that microorganisms can be only seen with the help of the microscopes, and they cannot seen with the help of the naked eye only. So let us see the types of microorganisms. So there are mainly four types of microorganisms. Microorganisms are classified into four major groups. These groups are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. So here is the word fungi. So it can be pronounced as fungi, fungi, and fungi also, but it can't be pronounced as fungi. It is not a fungi. You can pronounce it as fungi. Now here is another type of microorganisms called virus. It is not a living and non-living. It is sometime it lives and sometime it's not. So it is not clearly in the major groups of microorganisms, types of microorganisms, but it is sometimes it is written. So many scientists says that it has to be written in the major groups of types of microorganisms. So this is because virus is a non-living thing, very small particle present in the air like bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae. These are present in our atmosphere, and after taking its host, when it enters anyone's body, it start to develop, to reproduce. So it makes diseases to the host. Now let us see the spiral bacteria and rod-shaped bacteria. These are the two major types of bacteria. And now here's are the example: algae, Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra. So if you are new with this name because you didn't have studied this in class 6 and 7, so you have to pronounce it as Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas. Now Spirogyra. It is simple. Amoeba. You can say it amoeba also, but in biological terms we can say it amoeba. Paramecium. I am pronouncing it very slowly because you are new with these names. Bread mold, penicillium, aspergillus. Sorry. Now these are the fungi, or you can say it fungi. Now penicillium and aspergillus. It is a very hard name, aspergillus. So you have to learn only two types of fungi: penicillium and bread mold. So you have to learn only these two, not this. Now you have to know the names of Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra as algae. So you have to learn it because they are the algae, and Amoeba paramecium as protozoa. Now you can also learn this rod-shaped bacteria and spiral bacteria. Now here's a photo and here's a picture of a virus. Now, friendly microorganisms. Microorganisms used for different purposes. They are also used in the preparation of curd, bread, and cake. So you have to learn it because it is a very important point in this chapter, that curd, bread, and alcohol. Three things. Three things are made up of yeast. You have to learn it. I am repeating that bread, curd, and alcohol is made up of yeast with the help of yeast. So in agriculture, they are used to increase soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. So what is it? Blue-green algae. Blue-green algae is also used to increase soil fertility. You have to also note it down and learn it. Blue-green algae. Now, where do microorganisms live? So if there is any small kinds of living organism, where do they live? They can survive under all types of environment, ranging from ice-cold climate to hot springs and deserts to marshy lands. They are also found inside the bodies of animals, including humans. So they lived anywhere. If here's a too cold, so they will adapt themselves as a living organisms of cold adaptation, cold habitats. So there are many types of organisms which can't live in cold and which only live in hot, and they can't live in hot, they only live in cold. So there are many types of organisms, and they found everywhere. Some found here, and some found the deserts areas. So they found everywhere. Now let's come to the another point, microorganisms and us. So you know that in the last line I said that microorganisms live in human bodies and animal bodies also. So what do you mean by human bodies and animal bodies? So they came in a human body through water, food, air, and contact also sometimes. So they enters our body, and then they spread their uh, similars. So they reproduce and became in very large amounts. So our immune system can't prevent them to spreading their diseases. So microorganisms like amoeba can live alone, while fungi and bacteria may be in colonies. So they make colonies that similar bacteria live in a particular place with themselves as a friend also, you can say.